talk about this is because this is super important, bro. Super important. I was thinking about this. You have to learn how to speak life into your life. Like, as much as I'll be real with you guys, right? We are all human. We all go through things. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think people have this take on like relationships. It took one time for me to be in a bad relationship to recognize, like, mentally, I don't look at life the same. I don't. It's like, it's not that it's corrupted. It's just like the fantasy, the delusion is broken. But it's not broken fully. It's not like it's like I've picked up the pieces, put them together, right? I mended them with gold, so it's a beautiful thing. In my mind, when I think about the relationship, I think it's a beautiful thing. I keep it there, right? But the combinations of the times where the room is silent, or the getting to from point A to B is slow, or the lights are just dimmed down, and you think about those relational moments and think about your life. I've put myself in a situation where I get to those moments and I will subconsciously focus on the negative. And I was just in my room doing that. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is why I started making this video. Speaking life into your life. You have to recognize, when you have a relationship and it's over, it is over. But that is God's protection. You don't have to look at this situation like, oh my God, where did that go wrong? Or this, that, and the third. I'm not even saying it. It's funny because it's like, I'm like, damn, it's only been like a year, right? And I'm like, well, for me, it's like I'm milking this because I know the next person I'm with, bro, it's cooked. It's cookies and cream. I don't know. That's just how I think about it, right? And a lot of times, I'm just being more decisive on how I'm working. I'm not operating the same maintenance as I was. Once I was blind, now I'm not, right? The smoke and mirrors is, I can see it for what it is. But that doesn't just go for relationships, it goes for my life. I get so caught up into the lightest things because I feel like I'm learning and reading the Bible. And this is why that point is so important, is like speaking life into your life. Is, Matthew 5:14. You are the light of this world. You are a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. Stuff like those, verses like those, walk by faith and not by sight. I can do all things through God who strengthens me. Those moments, and I'm recognizing the biggest thing that I've realized is that the reason I do that is because I am walking in a dark room right now. Oh, I am walking in a dark room, and I can only see my steps. I can only see my next step. That's it. But here's a crazy thing. It's pitch black, so I see only up to my knees. And when I have that strength and I have that faith to wake up the next day and say, hey, I have to do this, I can now see the full length of my foot and my leg. And that's where I'm at in my life. And that's where it's like every single day, it feels like that. Every single day, it starts back up at my waist. And I have to build up that confidence to move forward as a man, to move forward. And I'm only speaking on these things because I've dealt with it, and I'm dealing with it, and I'm moving forward from it. And that's the realest thing I can actually say about myself right now, is that it's like I'm not in this. I'm not trying to say like the more and more I look at this, is like I was telling my brother about this, is like this part of my life is the faith journey, trusting in God, believing in what He says about me, believing in every single step. He's come through time and over and over since I haven't been out without the so-called job, right? And focusing on my stuff. It's like I've been presented opportunities over and over. But it's just like these moments right now is just like recognizing that you have to keep feeding yourself life. And you gotta keep feeding that light into your life. And that is the number one rule that you cannot negate when you're trying to build. And that's something that it comes down because you are the only person clapping for yourself. You got people in your corner, you got a couple claps, you got 2-3 claps, but it's okay because you know on the other side of that is I don't care about the praise. I don't care about nothing. I care about those 3, 4, 5 people that was clapping for me, that actually cared about the times when I actually spoke. I actually cared about the times where I actually decided to feed you my life and give you the world and a sense of like, I can't wait for this to change it. I used to think my relationships would change me as a man. Actually, this is the moment that's changing me the most as a man, to actually be, hey, you have to take responsibility. Like right now, my biggest thing is like my schedule got flipped. So it's like before, it's probably a month and a half ago, I was going through a daily cycle of like waking up, starting. And now it's kind of like my cycle is shifted. It's like, well, you have to change the way you've been doing, right? I've been putting in the habits, I've been putting in time, but my focus is like, we have to turn it to be more active. And that's something that I'm working on. So it's like, as Monday comes around, it's another 360, it's another fold, it's another change. But I'm going to constantly speak life into my life.